Yo, what is good, guys? It is your boy Wally J, and today I'm bringing you some very spicy PvE content. I was finally able to, at 2700 on Chanter, be able to knock out Zikeal and get the Colossus. Guys, this is huge, huge for your stats. I don't think there is any blue Colossus, which means you get no destruction, which means you get no attack damage from your Colossus. So as soon as you can get either the Chromede or the Zikeals, which I believe Zikeal is going to be the first on the docket just because you need to get through Fire Temple hard mode. I'm going to drop out of the sky here. I just wanted you guys to see his face. But until you're able to get that one, which they do, they give the same stats, they offer the same things. So there is no harm nor foul in either one. But we finally got Zikeals, and those of you who have not gotten to this nightmare dungeon is intense. This dude is strong, yeah, his mechanics are definitely things to be respected, as you guys saw within the clip before this video started. So what I wanted to do, I just wanted to go over and talk to you guys a little bit about, number one, how much my attack changed just based off getting this one Colossus, and then number two, the build that I used to get into it. So first things first, we'll go ahead and talk about the stat. So my Zikeal, my destruction basically went from 40 to 45. I did have a lot more might in the other video. I've switched my guard up because I got a better guard. That one did have might, so I have to re-roll on it. So this attack will be going up here shortly. But just from getting the statue, just from getting the 45 destruction, we were able to take our attack from 2900, a little bit over 2900 to 3100 even, which is crazy. Because it's not like I have, a whole bunch of plus 16 or 17 gear. No, I just have my one bracelet that I know we're keeping forever. My Chromede staff currently only at 15. So my goal is to start getting everything else up past that, so that it is plus 16 and beyond, and then just keep on working to kind of build that out. I do also plan to switch out one of these accessories. I'm not sure exactly which one yet. It might actually be the necklace. I really like my heroic earrings. I know that I'm going to have a tough time getting it past level 15 when I do run into that. It's just going to be a lot of Kina. But because of the sync stones, I do feel like I have a good chance to have just at least one really good heroic. And I got really lucky with this heroic, obviously being able to give me 3 passives and crit and attack, which are both things that I can use. I do want to roll off of the crit hit and potentially the attack, just because I would rather have blocking accuracy on all of my accessories, because I am mainly a PvPer, rather than, hey, I solely want to be able to do big damage in PvP. All right, next, let's go ahead and get into the skills. So for the skills, for those of you who are playing Chanter and you do not know about this, I'll just go over this very quickly. Dark Crush, we have a 5% chance to activate on incapacitated foes. You're going to need this for bossing. I did have this active. I've been PvPing since creating this video, but I would have this along with the Piercing Strike active. The reason I don't go the cooldown is because you can only usually get 1 or 2 in a window anyway. So being able to reliably get to your 2 versus like 50-50 chance to get to 2, and also the chain skill doing a little bit more damage, being a little bit faster. This just gives you really good synergy when you're fighting bosses. I usually do not want to just stand being able to spam Dark Crushes, not that the incapacitation will let you anyway. But this does switch to a stagger skill, so now I'm able to get 10 stagger off of the 2 hits. The next one to change is Wave Blow. You want to make sure that you're getting that 7% to activate on incapacitated enemies as well. Then I do go ahead and get the multi-hit. 9 times out of 10, you're going to be within range, so it's not like you need this extra range, and you're not really messing with their damage boost. So that being said, you go ahead and grab this. This then also becomes here, I'll show you. This then also becomes a 10 stagger ability, and this hits really hard on bosses, like very hard on bosses. So do not sleep on how much damage just these two give you. These are probably this is obviously your strongest DPS window in PvP, or fighting mobs that are not bosses. So being able to actually use them on bosses makes a very excuse me, big difference. Okay. I think that was it. I believe that is the only thing that I change within these skills. Yeah. The other thing I might change, I would recommend somebody consider changing, is getting this 300 stamina on hit. Probably keeping the 10-meter range, even though you do not need it. You just need to be able to move fast enough to walk slash run, so that you can hit the mechanic. I was trying to use dashes to help me out, but once you get past the first and second stage, and sometimes he does skip that second stage if you're doing enough damage, this will actually hurt you more than hinder you. So if you go ahead and get the extra 300 stamina so that it can make sure that you do have your ability to run and do have more dashes up, this will help out drastically. All right, up on to the stigmas. So for the stigmas I actually use Healing Touch. I don't think I would have used Healing Touch anywhere else, but I made sure to get it to level 5 just to get the removes 1 default buff. This boss, the issue I was having wasn't whether or not I had good damage, whether or not I could dodge the mechanics, honestly, for the most part. The real issue was he does a bleed, and that bleed does most of your health. Like if you don't get hit by anything else and you only get hit by one attack that bleeds you, you will lose. Like, it's insane how much pressure just the bleed puts on you. Let's put it like that. So I went ahead and I literally reset my impending authority. I think impending authority is better, so that's why I have it back at 5. But I reset this, went ahead and put this at 5, got the removes 1 debuff, just so that anytime I saw him put the bleed on me, I saw my health bar go green, I just hit a healing touch, I was back at full health, and it felt good. What really sucks about Chanter, or what sucks about fighting him as a Chanter, and I'm sure other classes feel this as well, but I would get caught up in, okay, cool, I can just heal through this bleed. No, against this dude, his bleed hits so hard that it basically does more than the regeneration on recuperation. So you really do need to cleanse it in order to be able to beat this boss. And then after that, it is just hitting the mechanics, making sure you're doing your stagger window, and having that up as high as many times as possible. And yeah, just dodging mechs, and respecting his mechanics. The only thing I found really difficult about this boss after really getting into it was that bleed mechanic. And you can go ahead and use the yellow potion. That's fine. I didn't want to have to spam a whole bunch of yellow potions. Obviously that is Kina, and I do just have a guy right here. I will say yellow potions I know do not cost that much, and resetting stigmas is probably cost more, but like I said, I highly recommend just going ahead and grabbing that. It feels really, really good. And the fact that Healing Touch is now a mobile skill makes it feel strong against this boss. It's an instant skill. It doesn't hinder anything. You don't get animation locked. So if you are a Chanter trying to beat Zikeal, just go ahead and grab Healing Touch, and then you'll be good. The other skills I used Undefeated Mantra. This is obviously always going to be on, pretty self-explanatory. And then I use Sprint Mantra. The reason I use Sprint Mantra is because I need that 15% speed. I am on ping. I'm on like 200 ping every time I play this game. So there are a lot of times I'm sprinting across and I'll make it and I'll still die. And I was just like, okay, cool. Like, I just need enough movement speed to get across this mechanic, and then once I can do that, I can beat this boss. So I went ahead, put on Sprint Mantra, and I found all of my speed buffs within food, within scrolls, and I threw those on, and then the boss became insanely easy. So highly recommend making your character as fast as possible, because once you do that, his hardest mechanic becomes very, very easy. And then lastly, we went ahead and grabbed Fracturing Blow. Fracturing Blow actually does really good damage. It's on a 30-second cooldown, and we get that 20 stagger damage. This fully replaces Obliterate. I know I mentioned it. I believe I mentioned it in my last video about potentially getting rid of Obliterate, but we've fully gotten rid of Obliterate just because the difference between Obliterate and Fracturing Blow is Fracturing Blow does way more damage for 10 less stagger within the same amount of time. So it's just worth to get Fracturing Blow, like I said, especially since all of our skills do stagger anyway. So if you're locked in, you're hitting all your skills, you are planning through and hitting your, just maximizing your skill windows to break the stagger bar as quick as possible, you'll be good. But yeah, that's all. I just want to share that with you guys really quickly. Hopefully this helps you out, get your statue for the first time. And yeah, Hope you guys are enjoying Aion. I will catch you guys on the next one. If you haven't already, definitely like and subscribe. Definitely go follow me on YouTube so that you can catch me live. Peace.